for these brows. Ew. It's her birthday, y'all.
Yes, it's my birthday.
You just did that like somebody auntie.
I'm not old. I'm not old.
She's still a millennium.
Yeah.
She is a millennium. You ain't gonna ask about still. You is. Hey guys, MakeupSy here and welcome back to my channel. And for those who are new, please feel free to hit that subscribe button before we get started. Right now I am taking that one color out of the Juvias Place palette and basically staying on the outer corners of her eyes using a different brush, dragging it into the corners. And then I took another orange shade out of the other Juvias Place palette, dragging it into the corners. So you'll see me using the same brushes, just basically carving out using the transition so I can start on the cut crease.
You are an amazing.
You are, yes.
Do not let this stop you. They be like, keep going. Like,
baby,
what?
Listen, you're an amazing person. You got
We
this.
loved you. Girl.
Well, then why I'm going home. So to deepen the transition, I am going in with my Wet n Wild. This is the small crease brush, and I am taking that shade out of the EBIN palette in the creases, and then of course going back in with that the other Wet n Wild brush, blending out the crease with that orange shade. I'm doing this just so everything can look seamless. Yes, honey. she loves taking selfies, but I just go back in with that same crease brush and just ensuring that everything looks smooth and seamless. So I didn't add any other colors. I stayed on those same 3 shades, just blending, adding, blending, and adding. So moving on to the cut crease, I am cutting her crease using the shade Toffee. And the key to cutting your client's crease is to find their eye socket. Once you find the eye socket, it is so much easier to cut the crease, and you don't have to go back in and trying to carve out her cut crease. The eye socket is your guide, so keep that in mind. So now that I'm done with the crease, I always go in with a clean brush, a flat, that is a Wet n Wild brush, and just blend out the edges of that cut crease, making sure that it's a smooth transition from the crease to the transition colors. And then of course I'm going in with that shade from the Juvias Place palette and blending out the edges, just so everything can be seamless. And then going in with the shade out of, I believe that's the Profusion, that's the basic palette, and taking that lighter shade and setting that crease so I can go in with the gold shade out of the EBIN palette. That is one of my favorite shades. If you guys haven't seen my last tutorial on my Halo eye, that link will be above. And honestly, that gold is what set off, which is right here, that set off the cut crease. And I wanted it to be like a gradient effect, like gold into the regular shade, like the cream shade, not all the way gold. So it gave it that gradient effect, which is I really love. So I'm going in with this liquid liner. This is actually an off-brand liquid liner, but it's one of my favorites. And once I do the liner. I do it halfway, stopping at the end of the cut crease where the cut crease ends, and then I'll go in with a black shade, and then the color out of the EBIN palette. I believe that's the Juvia's Place palette. I went in and basically blended out the edges of that wing liner, and then I set it using the black shade and just blended it out, making sure everything is smooth.
Okay, so before we put her lashes on, we're gonna go ahead and use some of this Milani Rose Oil.
I highly recommend this oil to anyone with dry skin, and especially if you're using a matte foundation or a matte primer. It just gives your foundation so much life. I guess that's why it's called Prep+Brighten, because it definitely gives you a luminous feel to your foundation. And this is the Matte Ambitious Primer by Covergirl. And then I set it, and then of course went on to her lashes.
Yeah, I play too much.
So once I was done blending out her concealer, I noticed that I needed a little bit more coverage underneath her eyes. So I had went back in with the concealer. I believe I used Chestnut, and I just went back in with just a little bit of that, using my Flawless brush this time, just so I can get in the smaller areas, so I won't have to re-blend everything out. I just needed it underneath her eyes. And then of course I set it with Jcat Pro Luxe powder in the shade Banana. I told you guys I just been loving this, but banana powder, it just blends and seeps into your skin so effortlessly. Like, I can't make this up. You will see once I spray her face before setting it, before pressing in that powder, how it just completely melts into her skin. But right here I am taking Black Radiance in the shade Black Coffee to contour her face, contour her cheeks, forehead, and her chin. But yeah, like I was saying, this powder, I don't know, I'm gassing it, but definitely I do recommend this powder for anybody. It literally complements all skin tones, because most banana powders don't complement the skin tone. I have that problem in the past where I had banana powders and it just didn't complement my skin tone. But right here I'm just basically blending in that powder using the same beauty blender that I use to blend out her concealer. And once I blend out her this powder, I went in with the NYX Dewy Setting Spray, and then I took the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and sprayed it as well. But right here, I take the bottom of my beauty blender and basically press in that spray, and you will see right here, look at that, completely disappeared. The powder just basically melted completely into her skin, and I just love it. I don't know, you should try it out for yourself. Let me know how you think, because I love it.
Baby,
Honey,
baby. This girl look like a boss. She like a boss. I need to tap into my boss with this.
period.
I am highlighting her face using the Academy of Color. This is the Strobe Glow palette. It's like one of my favorite palettes. And just softly highlighting her face. But yeah, that is the end of this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. As always, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, and remember that makeup is an art, beauty is a spirit. Go out, be great, and have a good day. I hope to see you guys in the next tutorial. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
Beat by side.